Hey y'all, this is Tyler from O.T.R.Outdoors again. I'm going to do a part 2 of our Fatwood collection series. So let me get y'all turned around and I'll show you what we're working with today. Looking at this stump right here, this is very similar to the stump we used yesterday. The nice thing is with this one, because it's a little bit taller out of the ground, so you can get a rope around it and pull it out with if you had a vehicle. And if you look, this one's actually loose. Then you could actually dig that one out and get to the root, which is what we're going to use today. So let me go over the same tools I did yesterday. All I've got is my small belt axe, my Bacco saw, and I'll use my knife. This one, I use my vehicle to pull this one out. This one's actually sitting next to my driveway. I tied a rope around and pulled it out of the ground. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to find a piece. That one looks like it's going to come off pretty easy. Yep. Alright. This one is going to be a really good one. At least the knot portion of this one is going to be really good. You can see all that resin in there, how it's that bright orangey red color. So if nothing else, at least this knot piece is going to be really good. Alright, so all I'm doing now, y'all, is getting this outer bark and this outer bits of wood off. There's not really any bark on this. This is completely out of the ground. The other top half might have a little bit on it. But I'm just getting the dead stuff off, trimming it up, get it all taken off. And in just a few minutes, baby, we'll go down there. Alright, so I can tell already this is going to be a really good piece. Found that other piece that fell. Get up here close for y'all. You can tell this is going to be a really good piece once you get all this other stuff cleared off, and you can tell right there where that sap is really collected in that one location right there. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Sap is really collected and it's crystallized and come into a powder form. This is going to be great. Take the back of my knife, scrape this stuff off. I got some of this stuff scraped off. I'm gonna add that to the other stuff I have. So give me just a second to get resituated and get down on the ground, and we'll give this a go. All right, so all I've done is taken all that stuff we collected, put it on a piece of bark. I'm actually gonna use this Tops Bob has the notch on the back. First couple times I tried to use it, didn't work very well. So actually what I did is come back with a file and sharpen up this edge, and I'm actually gonna use it backwards from what you're supposed to do. I get them to go in the right spot. The problem with this notch that I'm not a big fan of is that it tends to throw your sparks. I don't throw them exactly where you normally would with the spine of your knife, but that way some people can see what it's like to use this thing. Well, I may not be able to get it together today, guys. There we go. So all that is that little bit of scraping we did and the few pieces we saved from where we cut that piece with the saw. Alright y'all, so that's part 2 of collecting fatwood. That's pulling up the root system as opposed to just sawing off or cutting off the top of a stump that you found to collect your fatwood from and then processing down. Processing down is very similar, like I was saying earlier. The only big difference is with the root, you're gonna have a little bit more twists and turns because it's a root system. It's not gonna be straight if you cut off a limb or the trunk where it's real straight. So you're gonna have to work a little bit harder to get it cleaned up and possibly to get it broken down to where you can start working with it to begin with. Along with the fact that it's gonna have dirt all over it, so you got a lot more dirt to clean off. And that's it for this one. Part 3 will hopefully come out here in the next day or so, and that'll be the last of this little series on collecting your fatwood. Remember, there's always a storm coming. Keep your powder dry, your axe and your knife sharp, and eye on your back trail. We'll see y'all next time.